How many times on a Friday have you said, can't wait till Monday? It's your Maize and Blue review update for Friday, January the 5th. It's number 1 Michigan versus number 2 Washington at Houston's NRG Stadium in the national championship game. Monday will be the 14th meeting between the Wolverines and Huskies, with U of M having an 8-5 series lead, with U of M winning the last encounter 31-10 under the lights back in 2021. This year's game is a matchup of the nation's only undefeated teams. Washington running back Dylan Johnson is expected to play Monday night. Johnson hurt his leg in the fourth quarter win in the semifinals against Texas. Johnson rushed for over 1,000 yards this year and 16 TDs. He had a pair of scores in the win over the Longhorns on New Year's Day. Here's Michigan edge Braden McGregor on the In the Trenches pod on the Huskies O-line.
It's a completely different O-line than what we just played. I mean, we were playing 360-pound tackles now. I mean, I think one of them was 300, the other one was 320. So completely different game plan. Kind of different with going up against these guys with our rush plans.
Mm-hmm. It's 14-0 Michigan. They are a 4.5-point favorite against the 14-0 Washington Huskies. The over and under is set at 55.5. Kickoff 7:30 on ESPN for the national title game with the Wolverines and Huskies. Michigan, they have added a commitment to its 2025 football class. 4-star tight end Eli Owens announced his intentions yesterday. Owens is from Elko, Tennessee, and has offers from Alabama, OSU, and Tennessee. Owens is the first tight end prospect to commit for the 2025 class. U of M with 4 verbals now. Owens, DN Bobby Kantka from Howell, Michigan, DB Chris Ewald Jr. from Florida, and quarterback Carter Smith, also out of Florida. Speaking of Smith, Carter Smith, the quarterback commitment, was named the 2023 Gatorade Player of the Year in the Sunshine State this week. We'll move over to the transfer portal, and there's some news there. Michigan hosting former Northwestern defensive back Rod Hurd this week. Hurd had 85 tackles, 4 TFLs, and an INT this year for the Cats, and was a multi-year starter in Evanston. Hurd played his high school ball at Farmington Hills Harrison in the state of Michigan. Michigan also hosted a 6'4" wide receiver out of Wake Forest, Jamal Banks. Banks had 59 catches for 653 yards and 4 TDs this past season for the Demon Deacons. U of M has added so far a pair of players out of the transfer portal. Linebacker Jayshon Barnum from Maryland and former Northwestern guard Josh Preeb. Michigan with 3 players that have put their names in the transfer portal. They include running back CJ Stokes, defensive back Cam Calhoun, and linebacker Joey Velasquez. The Michigan basketball team dropped a 2-point decision last night to Minnesota, 73-71. Wolverines led by 4 at the half, but the Gophers came back in the second half and get the road win. U of M's Olivier Kamwa had an open 3 with 10 seconds left that missed it. Michigan kept the ball, then kept possession. Then Doug McDaniel missed a running hook in the lane in the final seconds of the contest. Michigan falls to 6-8 on the year and 1-2 in Big Ten play. Namari Burnett led the Wolverines in scoring with 17 points. Michigan plays Penn State at noon on Sunday. That's the latest on Michigan. Stay tuned for Good Afternoon Michigan football at the top of the hour. And for the latest on U of M, go to the Maize and Blue review